Does FL Studio sound better than Ableton Live, or does Ableton Live sound better than FL Studio? Please leave a comment below because we're really about to get into the shits. What is going on, people? So I thought this would be a very interesting video because despite the FL Studio versus Ableton thing, a lot of people think that DAW sound differently. Like, some people believe that FL Studio 11 sounds better than 20. Some people think that FL Studio 20 sounds better than 11. I happen to be one of those guys, by the way. Oh man, comment section is about to kill me. And certain people think that Ableton Live sounds better than FL Studio. Some people think that Cubase sounds better than Ableton Live, and so forth. And Pro Tools is the best for audio, vocals, and you've heard this argument before. So what I did in this video is I created the same beat in Ableton Live and in FL Studio, and I want to see if y'all will notice any difference. And I also tried to control the variables of the volume, use the same sounds, the same typical sounds, as well as sounds that I created. So let's go ahead and get into it now. All right, so I have the same beat created in both DAWs. I have FL Studio here. I know y'all see the push, but if I press the play button on the push, it will only activate Ableton Live, which is in the background over here. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and play the one in FL Studio real quick so y'all can hear that. So that was the beat I was working on earlier. I decided to put in an FL. And also, here it is in Ableton. So I'm going to go ahead and press play on the push here. You can see my hand. Hey. And with that being said, it's going to be very difficult to hold down the CPU usage. But either way, we have some pretty interesting stuff here. So just to walk you through some of the things that I did do, because I did do what you call side chaining in both. So, you know, in FL Studio, I have a video on how to set up your side chain or whatever, and I side chain my 808 or the kick into the 808. So, you know. So you can see that. Ooh, that bass though. Damn. But yeah, so I also did that same process, of course, used the same 808 kicks and all that, you know, just your typical shit, except for the 808. I created that from scratch. But so let me play that. So what I'm going to do here now, and I'm going to show y'all my master too as well. My master, of course, I use the L3 on both of them because the L3, you know, I could use that as a third-party plugin. It'll work in both DAWs. So, you know, take that in consideration to keep all the variables the same. So, you know, I use the L3 in here. You know, I matched them pretty much the same, if not the same, in terms of, you know, variables. So, oops, that. Also, while I'm going back and forth, and I really hate that I have to do it like this, I will do a straight up blank test here. As far as I can hear, and I know it's a little too late, studio monitors or headphones, goddamn, but that should be common sense.
Use your common sense.
They sound the same. I mean, I even mixed them the same. What I did in FL to make things a little easier on me was I set this part right here, which is the mixer, this part. I set it to wide 2. And what wide 2 does over like wide 1 is it gives you these numbers here if you mess with any of these knobs. So, you know, if I was to go into Ableton and I show you, you know, the mixer in Ableton Live, you can see that there's certain settings that I have here. It's a little clearer on the push, and you know, it will, you know, tell you basically your bass settings. But I can just like stretch it up or something like that to make it easier for people to read. Let me go ahead and do the blank test here. Less talking here, more playing. This is Ableton. So, given that, you know, there are certain settings that I could do in Ableton Live with the 808s to stop immediately, and that has a lot to do with being able to set up your choke groups differently. And in either DAW, they work differently in how, you know, you play the notes. You can set it in legato mode, but there might be something I overlook in FL Studio. I don't know exactly everything, but I mean, they do both sound about the same to me. I guess the last test I could do is turn off the L3 in both of them. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up Ableton and go to my master here, turn that off. And we're going to hear Ableton first. Now let's go into FL Studio and play with nothing on the master. So one thing that I did notice, of course, is NFL is a little louder. The signal is a little louder, of course. NFL, but overall though, the difference is so small, it's hard for even you to tell if something is different tone or texture wise in the beat. So yeah, let's play that one more time. FL first though. Hey. Now Ableton. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I definitely want to hear from you guys. I'm pretty sure that people are going to be saying FL gang or Ableton gang or whatever. I'm no gang. I think all that gang shit is stupid as hell. I just really like to use a DAW for its features, and if something works better in a certain DAW, then I definitely will use that DAW more, of course. So with that being said,